What's going on, guys? We're going to do like 2 videos in one. We're going to be talking about Kevin Durant wanting to average a double-double, and the New York Knicks losing their first preseason game in their new roster debut. So, let's start off with Kevin Durant wanting to average a double-double. Kevin Durant recently came out and he said he wants to average a double-double in terms of scoring and in terms of rebounding. This is the way I take it. Don't worry about averaging a double-double. Just worry about winning games. 2 reasons why. You went there to win a championship. So in other words, pretty much what you said is, I don't want to be that guy. I want to join a great team, be a system player, work within that system, and win a championship. So in other words, your stats don't matter. They're irrelevant now because you joined a great team. So your stats are going to go down. Now, in terms of, is it possible to get the double-double? I don't think so, because this team is going to struggle down low in their front court, on the glass, in interior defense, post defense, mid-range defense. They're going to struggle. Now, perimeter defense, they should be all right with Klay Thompson and Kevin Durant out there, right? Because let's be real. Kevin Durant's a versatile defender. He may not be the best defender like Kawhi Leonard, but he's a versatile defender. Klay Thompson is a great defender. Let's be real for a second. He is one of the best two-way players in the world at this moment, right? So they'll be good on the perimeter, but down low with Draymond, and let's say they go with David West. David West is old. Zaza Pachulia, he's kind of old. He's been around a long time. Who else do they have? JaVale McGee. JaVale McGee can't even post up Isaiah Thomas, who's 5'9". Let me stop. JaVale McGee is actually a really good role player. Yeah, he has his funny moments, but he's a decent role player. Let's be real. He played pretty good in Denver. He didn't play good in Washington, but in Denver, he played pretty good. So he's a good role player. They have some good role-playing big men, but those big men cannot compete with some of the first-class front courts in the NBA at this moment. For example, Pau Gasol and LaMarcus Aldridge, 2 7-footers. And they're not even just 7 feet. I think LaMarcus Aldridge is listed at like 7'1", but he's really 7'3". And Pau Gasol's at like 6'11", but he's really like 7'1". You have 2 7-footers on the same team. That's ridiculous, man. That's crazy. All right, let's move on. Can they compete with Tristan Thompson and Kevin Love? Kevin Love, he may not be the best defender, but he's a low post banger and he's a rebounding monster. Tristan Thompson, the same thing. He's a rebounding monster and a defensive presence down low. So can Draymond compete with them? No. Draymond's not even going to be able to guard Kevin Love, especially if they put Kevin Love in the post, which the Cavaliers need to do more often. If Kevin Love gets in the post with that basketball, it's game time. That's game over. Draymond can't hold him down low. Maybe on the perimeter. That's why Draymond's on LeBron instead of Klay Thompson. It's all about matchups and rotations. That's why Draymond is on LeBron instead of Klay Thompson. Sometimes Klay Thompson is, but Klay Thompson's usually on Kyrie or someone, It's all about rotations. It's all about matchups. That's all it's about. So if the Golden State Warriors had problems back then, they have more problems now, losing Andrew Bogut. Because now, who the hell? JaVale McGee's a good role player, but he's not good enough to compete with Tristan Thompson and Kevin Love, or LaMarcus Aldridge and Pau Gasol, right? David West, he's strong. He can spread the floor because he has a mid-range jump shot, but he's old. That guy's been in the league for like over 10 years, and he's a big body. He's heavy. He's running out of gas, man. So when I say things like this, it's not to diss the Golden State Warriors or anything, but you guys have to understand that there's more to basketball than just having 2 superstars on the same team. There's more to it than just that. I have people saying in some of my comments like, "Oh, would you look at their roster? They have Kevin Durant, Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green. How are they not going to win the NBA championship?" I'll tell you how. Rebounding, interior defense, and things like that. So back to the point of the double-double. Does it matter? To me, right now, I don't really care what Kevin Durant's saying. I just want to see them play in the regular season. And the reason is because, averaging a double-double, yeah, that would be cool, but it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And if it does, I'll be shocked, but I'm telling you guys right now, it's not going to happen. There's no way he's going to average a double-double. I don't think anyone on that team is going to average over 10 rebounds. That's just the way it is, you know. It's harsh. Maybe it's harsh, but it's the truth, you know. No one on that team is going to average a double-double. It's that simple. And then on top of that, you know, all right, whatever. Let's segue to the next topic, the New York Knicks. Probably a lot of you guys want me to talk about the New York Knicks. So let's segue to the New York Knicks. So real quick, just to end that little topic, you know, I don't think Kevin Durant will will average a double-double. He'll probably get close like he usually does, like, I don't know, like 27 and 8 or 20, no, like 27 and 6, 27 and 7, something like that. But he's not gonna average a double-double. But I like that he's setting like little goals for him. That's good, you know. I like that. But you know, I don't think it's gonna happen. Anyway, let's segue to the New York Knicks. So the New York Knicks don't only lose to the Houston Rockets, they get absolutely annihilated by the Houston Rockets. I think there was a point where the Houston Rockets were up by like 30 plus, maybe it was even 40 plus. I stopped watching because I couldn't watch that. I'm just kidding. I watched the whole thing. So here's what I saw. You have to take the preseason with a grain of salt. And the reason why is the NBA preseason, the teams aren't playing their full minutes. Teams are just testing out rotations. Teams are testing out game plans. They're testing out defensive rotations. Excuse me, my voice just went crazy. They're testing out defensive rotations. There's more to it than just playing in the preseason, right? So the same thing with the Golden State Warriors losing. You have to take that with a grain of salt. You have to take everything with a grain of salt, and it really doesn't mean anything because it's not the real regular season yet. But it does mean something. So anyway, so Carmelo Anthony was struggling from the field. I think he shot like 4 of 11, something like that, for like 11 points or something like that. But he didn't even play a lot of minutes. I think he played like 20 minutes or 18 minutes, something like that. Derrick Rose played pretty good in his debut. I think he shot 7 of 14. I don't have the box score. I'm just going off memory, so I may be wrong. I probably am because, again, like, it was kind of hard to watch, but I grinded it out. 7 of 14, and then Kristaps Porzingis shot like 7 of 11 for 22 points. It was ridiculous, man. He was balling out there, shooting threes like it's nothing, like from deep. Like, I'm not talking just, I'm hugging the 3-point line. I'm talking about like Kobe Bryant, Carmelo Anthony in his prime deep. I'm talking about Stephen Curry against the Oklahoma City Thunder game winning shot deep. Like, he was shooting from deep, man. And it's cool watching him shoot because he looks like it looks like a slingshot. The way he shoots, it's like his arms are a slingshot because he's so freaking long. He's like, his arms are like 10 feet in the air when he puts his arm straight up to shoot. It's crazy. You know, it must be hard to shoot at that, being that tall, you know, because it's different than people like my height. But anyway, so, you know, Hernan Gomez, he came out. I like how Hernan Gomez is playing, man. I really do. Hernan Gomez, you know, he had a few plays with Derrick Rose, pick and rolls. I'm pretty sure it was Hernan Gomez. I may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was Hernan Gomez. He had a few good plays, pick and rolls with Derrick Rose. He had some really weird looking pick and roll where there was like a half. It was like he hesitated on the pick. So it was weird. It's like he hesitated on the pick. Derrick Rose got double teamed, and Derrick Rose drove towards the free throw line, and Hernan Gomez just drove straight down on the right wing to the basket. He cut straight to the basket. Derrick Rose passed it. It was a weird pick and roll. It was like a hesitation at the same. It was weird. It's hard to explain. You would have had to see it to believe it. But anyway, you know, so the New York Knicks, you know, that was awesome. But anyway, I want to talk to you guys about something else. You know, so take things with a grain of salt about the preseason. But I want to talk about something else real quick. You know, I usually don't talk about business on this channel. I just talk about, you know, basketball. So anyway, so I had the opportunity to, you know, join, you know, the NBA Partners Network or whatever. There's like this new NBA network where they select a few content creators to use NBA footage. And I was going to do it, guys. I was going to be able to, you know, use footage and break footage down and things like that. But the thing is like, business-wise, it doesn't make sense. You know, I don't want to go too much in depth to anything, but, you know, the amount of percentage that they wanted to take out of my revenue, it didn't make sense. Like, I shouldn't even be saying this, but screw it. They can't. What am I going to do? I'm not even in contract with them. They want 80% of my revenue if I were to use NBA footage. Like, that's ridiculous. Who the hell is going to be that dumb to sign a contract like that? You know, like, come on, man. That's some BS right there, dude. So yeah, I may have just ruined all of my chances to ever get a TV show or something like that. But, I mean, to me, that was a slap in the face. Like, okay, you think my content's worthy enough to be able to be in this network. Thank you. But you want 80%. Like, man. I don't know, guys. I shouldn't have said that. But, you know, we're a family, so I need to tell you guys stuff like that because I told you guys there would be some big changes. And the reason why, you know, I thought there would be some huge changes. Like, there's still going to be crazy changes to the channel. But the reason why I thought there would be huge changes is because I thought that I was going to be able to use NBA footage. And then when I found that out, I was like, wow, that's a slap in the face. So, anyway, guys, I'm out of here. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. But I don't think anyone would ever take an offer like that. Unless you're just unbusiness savvy and you want to lose all your money. But anyway, guys, I love you guys so much. I want to, please, in the comment section below, if you got this far, can you please tell me what you guys think about that NBA situation? Because that's some BS. That's, wow, man. I'm out of here. I love you guys. Peace. I really should not include that, but it's all good, man. I'm out. Peace.